If you're Dante DiVincenzo, please get your feet set and be in a defensive stance like you're guarding Kawhi Leonard. You're giving yourself no chance guarding Kawhi Leonard right now. You can't guard like this if you're Klay Thompson. First of all, your back's to the ball, so that can never happen. And two, I think there's a pretty good chance you're going to get beat backdoor here. Draymond Green, you can't be late. Stop. You got to be moving up now. Now. This pass can't get made, okay? It can't. But all these players here are 2 passes away. Once you let this pass get made, they're now 1 pass away. If you're Steph Curry right here, as your man cuts through, you got to keep your back to the baseline and cut through with him. There's no way that this Clippers player should be getting ahead of you here. You're Jordan Poole here. You got to be getting over here to Kawhi Leonard and getting in a defensive stance. Look at this. Jordan Poole's not in a defensive stance because look, when this pass gets made, you're not moving. So you can't guard Kawhi Leonard like this. So that forces you to have to backpedal. And now look. Now the slightest up fakes can get you in the air. And now it's over. This Warriors player's got to have way better reaction time. As soon as you see this ball get deflected, boom, you got to start sprinting. Like, you have to start sprinting. If you don't sprint, I mean, look at how late you are. That little delay. Okay, so first of all, look at Klay Thompson. You never guard like this. He's not in a defensive stance. That's number 1. And 2, you got to have your back to the baseline. I'm seeing ball, I'm seeing man. So if I'm seeing ball, I'm seeing, well, you're not in a defensive stance. But as Nicholas Batum comes this way, I got to slide over here. I got to be in backside help, right? And then if I'm in a defensive stance and a pass goes here, I can easily recover. But Klay Thompson does nothing. Okay, I mean, this is totally on Klay Thompson. This turnover just happened, okay? So if you're Klay Thompson, there's nothing to think about. Just sprint back. Like, there's nothing to think about. Look at Klay Thompson here. Like, what? We have a ball screen. The Warriors are in drop coverage. Steph Curry's got to move up here. This pass can't get made. If a skip pass is thrown here, Looney can come here and you can drop down here. But, I mean, where's the backside help? Dagger screen right here by the Clippers. Klay Thompson needs to go under this first, over this second. You can't go over the first because look at the space it's already created. You have no chance now. If you're Draymond Green, this is a completely unnecessary double team. I mean, look at why. Klay Thompson's guarding fine. So if Draymond Green does want to double, then Steph Curry's got to stay wide. Because when this pass gets made, he's got to rotate here, DiVincenzo here, Green here. So it's just all a disaster. Nonchalance on defense here by DiVincenzo's a disaster. Sprint over here, get in a defensive stance. Does DiVincenzo do that? Not sprinting, backpedaling. Good night. All right, the Warriors are in a zone. This is a disaster when 2 people guard 1. Like, Jordan Poole's got to get over here. Eric Gordon's coming off this down screen. You got to take this player here, and Klay Thompson goes here. But Jordan Poole's late to get over, so now look. Now we go from 2 people guarding the ball to 2 people guarding Eric Gordon and nobody taking Zubac. What is Steph Curry doing? Okay, you're fronting the post with Kawhi Leonard here. Okay, so now he comes off that. So if you're Steph Curry, stay up with Kawhi Leonard. Where's Steph Curry going right here? What are you doing? You can see what DiVincenzo wants to do here. He wants to angle Kawhi Leonard this way to have the drop coverage be here. But this big's got to drop actually here. So that doesn't happen. So collapses the defense. Here's the problem here. You're in drop coverage right here off a ball screen. Why is this player standing still? You need to slide over here. This pass can't get made. Remember, if you're early, which you should have been, and you're in a defensive stance, and your feet are set, and a skip pass is made here, you will always be able to recover. But the Clippers have numbers immediately once that pass gets made. Okay, if you're Jordan Poole, this shot goes up. You got to find your man. He can't find you. Get into his jersey. Use the lower part of your body to drive him backwards. I mean, Jordan Poole, that's your box out, I guess. Moody right here, okay, on this box out. Stop. You got to use the lower half of your body. That is going to move Russell Westbrook out. Look how you're boxing out, just standing straight up. So Russell Westbrook's the one moving you. So now this offensive rebound happens. You're playing way far off of Westbrook. Warriors trying to switch this. This is a cross screen. It's not much of one. Kevon Looney just needs to jam this player as he comes through so this player can get on the other side, and you're immediately back to Batum. Like, what is going on? What is Looney doing? If you're DiVincenzo here, Draymond Green is going to be boxing out Plumlee, so you need to go to Russell Westbrook and box him out. Like, look at DiVincenzo. Why do we have two people boxing out Plumlee? Or I guess DiVincenzo decides to not box out anyone. So, Jonathan Kuminga, you're guarding Kawhi Leonard. You already should be underneath Kawhi Leonard, but whatever. All right, Steph Curry gets through this screen. So, stop. So, if you're Kuminga, stay with Kawhi Leonard. That's who you're guarding, so I don't know why that needs to be said. Never guard like this. What? Your back's to the ball. Why are you worried about this Clippers player coming through the down screen? Get underneath with your back to the baseline and just chase off his hip as he goes through this down screen. Look at this. You're trying to get ahead of this down screen early. So this player is just going to refuse it. That draws Klay Thompson, who's got to step up and help now, or Kawhi Leonard's wide open, and now the three-point line's wide open. This whole thing gets set in motion because DiVincenzo doesn't want to play defense here. He wants to gamble. So now, look, you're out of position right now. So look what happens. So you're going to be going uphill as Eric Gordon is going downhill. So now you're beat. That's going to draw help, all right? And now there's nobody to box out Zubac. If you're trapping a ball screen right here, this player's got to leave. Like, you got to get up here and deny one pass away. We're not worried about Paul George right now. If a skip pass gets made here, Draymond Green can easily go here, and then you can come back down, and DiVincenzo would come here. But once this pass gets made, now all those players become one pass away, and the Clippers have numbers.